It's ups and downs in anything. Keep going, my nigga. It's better days. I damn near had to sacrifice everything. Keep going, my nigga.
You know what time it is, you know what time it be. It's ups and downs in everything, rises and falls, where we simply take stock in the previous week. Keyword being the previous week of our athletes and their organizations. She has been rising in stock, she has been falling in stock. Damn. That's right, I still got the medal on, the Jim Hansen. You know, we the winners. Winners win. At the top, it's just us. Talk to me nice. You're speaking to a champion, baby. Let's get it. But yeah, let's get it. No further ado, let's get it. Our first rise of the week is the boy. Born in Jamaica. Raised in Northwest London. Raheem Sterling. He heard all the critics, including myself and others, especially after his poor club season with Man City by his standards. And he was riding the bench for most of the second half of the season. He answered all of us emphatically, or he's answering all of us emphatically so far in this tournament. Wow. Big moments call for big players. And against the not-so-mighty Germans, he scored an opener after some sharp movement in the box. And they led England on their way to defeating the not-so-mighty Germans for the first time in knockout competition. The first time in competition football in God knows how long. Probably since 1966, and all that. It was involved in the second goal as well. The little, I believe, backheel to Shaw, put the ball in for Kane to nod in to make it 2-0. Raheem almost went from 0 to 0, I must say, after he almost gifted a chance for Muller. Thomas Muller missed intangibles. My guy, my player, Thomas Muller, TM, the legend, the living legend. And he missed it. He missed the target completely, which is so unlike him. I almost would have bet my house for him to score that chance, but he missed it. Against Ukraine, in the quarterfinals, he assisted the opener for Kane as England ran out 4-0 winners, He's making Kane relevant again. He's putting Kane back into helping Kane find his feet, helping Kane find his best form. Here's a question for you guys. Is he the player of the tournament? Is Raheem so far the player of the tournament? He's scored 3 goals for England, and they've all been winners, essentially. The one against Croatia, the one against the Czech Republic, both in 1-0 wins. The one against Germany, the first one, in a 2-0 win, the first goal. He's got an assist as well. So 3 goals, 1 assist in 5 games. Is he the player of the tournament? Let me know, Raheem Sterling. But shout out to him, man. Mentally, he's come back, he's bounced back, and he's proven to be the player that we believe he can be on his day. And he's proven to be a world-class player that some people have claimed him to be. And, he's really proven his doubters and his critics wrong. But from Raheem Sterling, we go to another guy. CP3, Chris Paul, the point guard. Damn. COVID-stricken. He had to miss game 1 and game 2 of the Western Conference Finals against the Clippers. Legacy on the line, some will say, even though there was a game 7. But, you know how the people like to be hyperbolic and, do too much. What does he do? He balls out. Game 6. He balls out to send the Suns packing. Sorry, not the Suns. Send the Clippers packing. Send the Suns into the finals. And sending the Suns to the finals for the first time since 1993 when Charles Barkley and Dan Marley and them boys there were getting it on. And to his own first final, to help cement his legacy. And if he wins his chip and gets finals MVP, top 5 point guards of all time, we're talking. But, like I said, it was COVID-stricken. He missed games 1 and 2. He was there for games 3 and 4. Wasn't too great, especially against 4 and 5. He went for 24 and 8, so that's 20 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting 34% from the field, 14 of 41 shots, 0% from 3, 0 of 9. God, 92% from the free throw line, as you would expect, But, he dusted himself down. He regrouped. He recounted. He recollected himself as, elite players do, as leaders do, as he is. The point guard, CP3. Game 6, he shut down. He closed out the Clippers boy emphatically. Went for 41 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. Shooting 67% from the floor. 88% from 3, 7 of 8. 67% from the free throw line, 2 of 3. He was balling. What a guy. And what a moment. I'm really happy for him. I mean, he had so many ups and downs, mainly downs in the playoffs, so many injuries, a couple flame outs. He let go of a 3-1 lead here or there, let go of a 3-2 lead here or there, 2-0 leads as well. But then, the stars are finally aligning for him. And, I'm really happy for the boy. CP3. Keeping things basketball, we go to another Khris, but this one's spelled with a K. This is Khris Middleton. Essentially, the Bucks go as Middleton goes. When he balls out, they win. When he doesn't, they lose. At home, he's a bona fide all-star. On the road, he's a Jag. Not a Jaguar, a Jag, just a guy. But most importantly, he's the Bucks closer. Giannis is their best player. Giannis is a constant. You can book Giannis in for 28 to 32 points, 10 to 12 rebounds, 4, 5, 6 assists, a block and a steal. Yeah, disrupting shots, making people shoot worse percentage at the rim more than anyone else in the league. That's what you can book Giannis for. But Giannis ain't really a closer. He doesn't have that go-to shot. Giannis he's very turnover prone. Whether it's being stripped because of his handle or a turn or what's it called a charge, stuff like that. And Khris Middleton, like I said, at home he's balling, away from home on the road, not so great. In games 3, 5, and 6, he went for 38, 26, and 32 points, all in Bucks wins. The last 2, 5 and 6, without Giannis, he averaged 9 rebounds, 7 assists, still in a half a game, shooting 51% from the floor, 35 of 68, 43% from 3, 12 of 28, and shooting 93% from the line, 50, 49, 14 and 15. This is what he can do. But in the loss of game 4, he went for 16, 8, 5, and 2 steals, shooting 35% from the field, 6 of 17 from the 3-point line, and 6 17 from the field, 35%, 0% from the 3-point line, 0 of 7, and 100% from the 3-point line, 4 of 4. And it shows the transparency, the difference between him home and away. But that's Khris Middleton. Hopefully he can ball out in the final, because the Bucks are my team. I need Giannis to get that chip. I need Middleton to get his flowers. But we move on to the Foolers. This one pains my heart. It pains my soul. Sha'Carri Richardson. She came onto the scene just like that as a flash. She should have been my riser. I apologize. But she grabbed even more headlines because she was kicked off the Olympic sprinting team, suspended for at least a 100-meter race, which is the marquee event. And she tested positive for marijuana, which is, like I said, it pains my heart because it's a very delicate situation, because you're dealing with the loss of a mum, which you found out via a report, which makes it even more painful to take. And, I've never felt that pain before, so I don't know what to say in regards to that. So I can only imagine what she's going through. And she's a real soldier because she took full accountability, took full responsibility. She owned her shit. And she's only 21 years of age. And then she got all the world, all the news cycle, all on her neck saying, which one, to be fair, they're split views. Some people feel sorry for her, kind of like I do. Some people say, you know the rules, you know what it is, blah, blah, blah. But if you've never dealt with that loss before, I don't know how you're going to deal. I don't know how you're going to react, And to be fair, marijuana is not really a performance enhancer, but is against the rules to take that, And it's such a shame because she ran a quick time, 10.86, which I believe is a world record for under 20s at the time. But yeah, cannabis is banned from the WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency. But if athletes can prove that the ingestion of the substance was unrelated to sports performance, then a suspension of 3 months rather than the usual 4 years is imposed. If an athlete is willing to undertake an improved treatment program in collaboration with the national anti-doping body, then the ban can be reduced to 1 month. So she can still run in relays potentially, and hopefully she can still get a gold medal. And she goes again in the World Championships, I believe, in probably 2 years, and again in the Olympics another 4 years. We move again. She kind of gives me the Flo Joe kind of vibe, to the colourful hair, the colourful nails. Hopefully she bounces back. From one prodigy to the prodigy, that is Kylian Mbappé, my boy. Mbappé Latin. Dash. I know some of you didn't even know his name was Latin as well. But oh my, they board you up just to tear you down. The Ballon d'Or elect for the next decade or so. The heir to CR7 and Messi's throne. He has to deal with adversity for the first time in his career. Real adversity. Is he going to bounce back? Only time will tell. I believe he will, because he's built off different stuff. He's the substance he has, the minerals. But maybe that could go against because he's getting a lot of claims and criticisms of him being arrogant. You know, he had a terrible tournament by any elite player standard. 0 goals in 4 games, 1 assist, I believe. He missed a lot of chances. To compound that, he missed the crucial penalty against the Swiss as France, the favourites, are knocked out so prematurely, round of 16. To compound this, reports are swirling, like I said, of his arrogance, especially from Rabiot's mum. Apparently, he wanted to take part of set pieces, even though he's never really scored one. You know, he thought it was all talk of the town. And now the rumours are swirling even more. Apparently, him and Griezmann don't get on. But, you know, Mbappe's a fighter, he's a warrior. I expected to bounce back. I expected to dust himself down, come back again stronger. We move again. Shout out to the boys there. WMA, we move again. But, you know, from football to go for athletics, now to football, or track and field, to back to basketball. And, you know, that guy, Scottie Pippen, he be tripping. He tripping hard. I don't know what he's on. I don't know what he's smoking. I don't know what he's taking. But to be fair, actually I do. I'm capping, I'm lying. He wants to promote his book. He's got a book coming out very, very soon. And this is the best way to do it. You know, get a lot of traction, say some wild stuff. And, you know, somewhat be able to justify them. And this is what happens. You get a lot of people following you. And people be interested in reading your book. In fact, I'll be interested in reading this book. If he puts that on Audible, I'll be there. Scottie Pippen, he's got a lot to say. But he said crazy things in a couple of weeks. But last week especially, I mean, before last week he said, you know, he was saying Durant was great offensively, but doesn't know how to play team basketball. He kept trying to go punch for punch. Have you ever seen LeBron take a shot like that? In regards to, I believe, his last shot in the Game 7. He ain't going to take a shot like that. He's going to be smart. He's going to force a double. Basically saying, he was answering a question where he thought KD had to pass LeBron at this stage in their career. Also as well, when KD clapped back at him as he does, saying that, you know, give me free to go in a game. You know, he took a summer off just to, you know, instead of rehabbing in summer, he rehabbed in the season because he wanted to enjoy his summer and things like that. But he's saying, yeah, that's how Kevin Durant takes stuff, you know, takes anything unless you're praising him or pushing him up. He takes everything personal. Or he said, I wasn't trying to any way belittle him. I think he's a very talented player. But the huge comments that grabbed the headlines last week, he called Phil Jackson arguably the greatest coach, the most winningest coach for sure. I believe he has 13 rings, I believe, or 12 rings. No, sorry, no, he has 11 rings, I believe. I think he has 2 as a player, maybe as a coach, but as an assistant coach, but as a coach, he has 11 rings. He called him a racist for drafting that play for Kukoc for the last shot against, I believe, the Knicks in the 94 playoffs. Even though Scottie Pippen had missed 2 shots before off the backboard, and Kukoc had made game-winning shots before later in the season, didn't just the coach want to win? You know, he'd given you your time to shine. You didn't make the shots. You were not really known for being a late-game sniper like that. Kukoc has proven to be that. So I don't really see where the racism calls come from. I mean, I'm not saying he's not racist. I'm not saying he is, but that's the wrong evidence to use. I mean, there's better evidence to use when he was calling LeBron and his crew, you know, the posse, blah, blah, blah. If we're looking to that, then yeah, go with that one. But yeah, that wasn't the right way to do it. And he just seems very petty. Also as well, he calls Jordan selfish for wanting to play baseball for the a year and a half that he did. And essentially wants payback for the last dance because he got kind of shown in a bad light. He kind of really did. And so he wants to, you know, clear up his name and tell his own story. You know, he wants to speak his truth. But, you know, it's your boy Mello, Risers and Fallers. You know, make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all socials, be it the Instagram, the Twitter, listen to our audio podcasts on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. I mean, we're going through a bit of a transition phase right now. Gonna bring out some new footage, new content for you guys. But, you know, the boys, we're just trying to make it. Let go.